Oh. Just let me know when we go live or prom break, whatever.
We're just waiting on that next player, and then I'll start it up.
Oh, good man.
All right.
Yeah, we're not changing team colors at all at any point.
Yeah, the teams stay the same color the whole
Oh, that's
series.
good. That's sick, yeah.
I believe the whole series. I know for the map actually, so don't hold me accountable for that last one.
Oh, good. I have YouTube open for just that very reason anyway. So.
Awesome, that actually helps out because I'm actually on the Twitch chat. So that'd be great if you could kind of just
Oh, you're
make
on the
sure.
Twitch side now, or?
No, we're gonna be on YouTube, but
Okay.
So Amateur's phone doesn't work where we're at, so I gotta be on my phone to use the Twitch chat, and I won't be
Oh,
able
I
to
see.
switch between the two. So yeah, if you got the YouTube open, that's awesome.
All right, cool. As long as like you're keeping that updated with the right teams and which color.
Yeah.
I don't think it's swapped, so I really don't. But
I don't think it swaps either, so I think they'll stay
I
the
remember
same.
like when I was watching like Korean like Overwatch, it would be like teams that change colors like
Yep,
different maps and
yep.
stuff, and that was pretty annoying.
Yeah, I know they probably just a couple months ago they did that update where they didn't switch colors. That was a pain in the ass how they did that.
Oh yeah, dude.
But alrighty, man. So I'm gonna get this started, and I believe we are live, so we're good. So I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right, so I don't know if we're live yet.
Traveling to Dorado.
Alright, so welcome to Amateur Gamer Season 3, North America, GM League, Week 1. And we got ourselves an Instapause. Don't know what's going on. Let's try to figure it out. In the chat, you let me know what's going on. Okay. Here we go. No, it wouldn't be a small streaming gaming esports company, quote unquote, without these technical issues every now and again. Let's try to figure out what the issue is, shall we? Yeah, probably something with people being on the right teams, and I do believe King's Row should be our first map as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Now entering King's Row.
Okay, that was a very underwhelming start. Let's do this again. Boys. Alright, again, this is Amateur Gamer Grandmaster's Overwatch, PS4, Week 1, North America. If you tuned in earlier today, you would have caught our EU action. Being casted by Zigzag, I do believe. If you missed that, definitely watch the VODs. Over on twitch.tv/amateurgamer3. Amateur Gamer 3, yeah. And this match, of course, between Dallas and Fisher. Dallas in the blue, Fisher in the red.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Actually, my mistake, it may actually be...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Anyways, we're gonna kick things off here. Running a far out with the Widowmaker and Exhibit on the Ana. Now that's a character you don't see every single day. It's gonna be Ana Mercy on the defensive side. I know we are actually having an issue probably with the team names, guys, so we'll get that figured out for you. And I'm just gonna call them Red Team and Blue Team for now until we get that figured out. My apologies. But it's gonna be a really quick take here for the team in red. Not just yet, but you know, this point's basically theirs. Really unsure why they're running the Ana on the defense. You know, you normally see Ana sometimes on Numbani first point defense. We saw the New York Excelsior run that pretty well with Jonak on the Ana. But Exhibit gonna swap onto the Zenyatta now. Even though he was very close to a nano boost, but you know, what really is nano boost anymore? Just a weaker version of Lisa ult. Anyways, ultimates are gonna come through. Hansel ult gets thrown out, not gonna find anything. Bit of a brawl on the point now. Graviton being thrown out. Gonna get those two picks. Both tanks down now. And Slayer just gonna find 2 big kills. This payload's not gonna stop moving anytime soon. His wall hacks also enabled. So I gotta be able to stay out of range of those. And I don't think there's any way this contest is possibly gonna happen and really work out. Tempted to get there, but he got moved back. Not gonna have the contest. Slayer again, gonna take out Exhibit. And this is just, you know, if you got our earlier game on the Twitch side, it was Edge who completely dominated on this map. Completed it with just under 5 minutes remaining.
Did that
Slayer again finding Exhibit. He's been absolutely dominant on that Widowmaker. Just call him Taimu. A big Earth Shatter now is followed up. Nimbler finally takes out Slayer. Graviton's gonna come out. Not gonna find really very much. And the Dragon Strike gonna be met by that Transcendence. Again, you really, really need to damage boost that Hanzo in order to beat out the Transcendent ceiling. But not gonna really work out. defensive team, however, finding the frags. And we're going to be able to hold here, it looks like. Player's just going to go for a reset. So wow, I mean, if we can see some stabilization here, it would be a tremendous hold, but I mean, you know, just under 4.5 minutes left to take this third point and get a tremendous time on King's Row. We have the ults to do it too. Gonna initiate with Valkyrie. Both teams gonna use their Valkyries. Graviton coming out. And the Barrage. Gotta find those picks. The late Dragon Strike's gonna find Genji main. And now it's just... It's gonna fall. No contention really coming out here. Blade is gonna be popped, he's gonna find Insight. Tactics, takes out Candy Moves. But Gino, whatever you want to call him, finally picks up that Blade. Late Transcendence is late. But it should be enough for yet another hold. As the reinforcements are now coming in. So, first, really good defensive hold on this third point. We're going to need more of that. Still 3 minutes on the clock. For the team, again, guys, I really, I think there might be an error currently with the team names. We're going to get that sorted out for you, so don't worry. Transcendence going to be popped here just to initiate. But counter Earth Shatter is going to be blocked. There comes some picks. Tactics is going to kill Candy Rush. And the late Earth Shatter just to keep the Rhine alive. It's not going to be enough when that payload's going to be completed. Not the best time bang, not the one they really wanted, not the one they could have had, but nonetheless, completing it with 2.5 minutes left is no small feat. Yeah, when you get pushed to the end of King's Row and the enemy team has 4 minutes and even a bit more to work with, you really have to just dig down and find that defense that you know you have in you. And being able to, you know, hold it at 232, not the worst thing in the world. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. But the power of the Dragon's Graviton really makes me concerned for the Overwatch League playoffs and just how, you know, repetitive that could really be.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
It's going to require a lot of micromanagement as well, you know, knowing where that Mercy is, knowing about the Dragon Strikes, knowing if you can use the Transcendence or not. Alt management is always important, but we're still just like this new micro layers of figuring out things for the Zenyatta that never really mattered before, you know, about just mathematics and stuff. Anyways, red team gonna be running the taking the Pharah duel. Pharah mid layer finding Slayer immediately. That's always big. Tactics is going to take with Excelva. And the refrag comes in. Genji main's going to find Pagino. And Nim Blair proving his aerial superiority, taking out Supreme. And it might be even an even quicker take than the first one we saw today. A huge time bank right now for Street's Face. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Absolutely insane. And Nimbler right now currently sitting at 83% on that barrage. His counterpart, Supreme, only at 56. At the same time, however, Akkad with that Valkyrie, Kenny was only at 69, my favorite number. That number is going up ever so higher. Slayer's gonna be able to take on him, but that's exactly the first thing they need to happen. Big barrage, big hammer, no follow-up though. I don't know what he was expecting to get with that one. And if that payload can be pushed back, then we're going to be seeing a really preferred defensive positioning for the red side.
Justice reigns from above.
Both Justices are going to come out, but it's Nimbler is going to find 4. You rarely ever have that voice line completed, but there it was in its entirety. And that's going to be the payload starting to move, an absolutely huge barrage. And I think we need to see Slayers back onto this Widowmaker ASAP to help deal with this Pharah, which has just been running rampant. High Noon's gonna be popped here. Enough to break some shields, enough to get some damage done. It's gonna be able to get the hold now. But still, a lot of time to work with. Huge time bank, and that's really, you know, what you get when you are able to get point A so quickly is, especially now, you get it to where the payload is now, and all you need is one clean fight win, and you already have streets. Streets normally the easiest part of a payload map to take. Graviton now. Supreme taking out Moose and taking out Nimbler, and it's going to be another hole now for the team in red. Tactics close enough to that Graviton, so we might be seeing a combination with Supreme next fight. Gino on that Hanzo. Definitely, I think, you know, the power of the Graviton Dragons combo on attack is so powerful, and you can build it up pretty quickly right now. Both Earth Shadow's gonna come out, Supreme gonna pop it, and yet again it's gonna be another defensive hold. And the Transcendence used by Exhibit, not really gonna get any value with that, so that's gonna be yet another ultimate they're gonna have to build up. And it's also going to be an even freer Graviton now for tactics. Exhibit now. He's going to actually swap onto the Ana. It's always weird seeing Anas in this day and age. But they could be used in combination with the Graviton from Joseph in order to yeah, the Graviton's going to come in. I'm only going to find one person in it though, but the picks are coming out. And that should be straight phase, absolutely. But yeah, I was going to say we're probably going to use the Ana just for that biotic grenade and combo it with the Graviton to negate any Transcendence ceiling that would have came out.
I am moving the payload.
Barriers on me.
Sniper detected.
Regardless, they are going to have to be looking at a weaker time now. Dragons are going to come out, not going to really find anything. Nanoing the Reinhardt, that's when you don't... Especially when he already has that, that hammer, you normally seem to get the right nano to get him to build it even quicker. Right now they are pushing the spawn. Barrage coming out on the side, they're gonna find the Mercy in the Hanzo. That's absolutely huge hitting with that Mercy. Counter Barrage comes out, it's gonna find 2 as well. And as long as they can get the respawns, this should be a very doable defensive hold. Slayer finally now back under that Widowmaker. Rabiton's gonna come out. But yeah, I mean, the respawns are so close
No one can hide from my
that they are able to hold. 1:35 left on the clock to attack with. And I don't know how long we're going to see Nimbler stay on this Pharah against Slayer's Widow, who has just been absolutely just dominant as hell. Is it close enough to that Nano?
60 seconds remaining.
That's yet another fight won from a red team now. Just absolutely really good defensive hold after that point A. Really unsure what we're gonna have to use. Nimbler still staying on that Pharah. I really do not like this refusal to get off Pharah against Slayer's Widowmaker, and that's exactly why. Finding the kill.
30 seconds remaining.
Slayer again takes out Exil before he could even use that nano boost.
They have returned.
Wow, dude, is this guy aimbotting? No accusations, boys. I'm just impressed by this guy's aim. Gino is able to kill Slayer again, though.
10 seconds remaining.
And just with, 5 seconds left, it's gonna take an absolute miracle. The nanoed Hanzo on the payload is immediately taken out.
Justice reigns from above.
And there's just a barrage for good measure. Unsure if that's really Fisher, boys. We'll get it figured out for you. I don't like calling them red team, blue team either. I just want to be sure. I don't know these teams.
Justice reigns.
And what a counter barrage that was. You know who got the better of that exchange. And as good as Nimbler's Pharah was. Slayer, just absolutely able to slay him. Alright, we should be able to get these team names cleared up for you, and we'll get the next map, in this match coming up. Yeah, okay, I thought maybe it was wrong. Wasn't too sure, didn't want to say anything just in case. Blue team would be a better call. Yeah, Dallas in the red, Fisher in the blue. And now it looks like we're going to be going to Lijiang Tower.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
So unlike our first game in the NA side today on Twitch, which saw Edge pretty dominant on King's Row, they got absolutely obliterated on Lijiang Tower. It'll be interesting to see what happens if this for our first match Sorry, for our first game of this particular match ends up being similar. Again, it's Dalus in the red, Fisher in the blue. It looks like both teams might be wanting to run the Moira, unless I'm being debated.
Capture the objective.
And no, we're gonna see some Moira play, boys. But Genji main gonna be in that Brigitte. Gino gonna be also in the Brigitte, but it says it's gonna be a triple support comp for Fisher. And immediately we're gonna have Genji main start bullying Insight. But Insight says, yeah, I don't think so, and just absolutely crushes, you know, with that charge. Insight also takes out Excel, swinging. And it's going to be the first point taken over to Dalus. Immediately, Akadnik getting that coalescence online.
Surrender to my will.
This is going to use this to push Fisher back. Grenades being lobbied by Supreme, also gonna find Exhibit. And this is such a powerful place to hold on Lee Jane Control Center. Then Blairville gonna find Genji main, and XL gonna take on Eka. That's gonna be both supports down. Fisher gonna take the win now. And this should be the retake with Dalus sitting at 40%.
My ultimate is charging.
Score currently Dalus 1. Keep it drag home. Just asking in the chat. I got you, fam. Dalus 1. Fisher 0 currently. This is map 2. Grab's coming in. So is the tire. Sound barrier is popped. But it's not going to be enough with this. You know, it is possible to save your team from the tire with the sound barrier. However, it does need to be pretty perfectly timed. And by then the shields had already evaporated. Do shields evaporate?
Surrender to my will.
Again, just go away with sound barrier. Tire by Nimbler are going to come out now. Gonna take out Slayer, who could have survived that if he had used the take a breather ability. Hammer comes down, as does the Coalescence, and it's just cleanup time now for Fisher. Supreme is gonna take out Exhibits, but he's just gonna try to survive at this point for as long as he can. Dalus sitting now with 72%. Whereas Fisher now sitting at, making a 40. And so a pretty back and forth fight here on Control Center. Very even, very good Overwatch to watch. And the attacking Dalus, Slayer being able to take out and Blair. Excel, however, takes out Insight. And there's another sound barrier going to be able to help out in that Graviton. Fire's going to come out, kind of on Excel. And this should be Dalus being able to take it. Again, this is the patch where Moira's healing does not go through barriers. So if the enemy Reinhardt is positioned decently, he can block a lot of that healing coming through. Graviton's gonna come out now. Reinhardt's gonna start swinging into that. And this is absolutely massive. They gotta get on the play and take this. Davis is sitting at, this is gonna be sitting at 99%. But Fisher at 70. They have the time to take this one. They do have the ults. They have that Riptire. If they can get a good first pick with that Riptire. higher is going to be taken out by Supreme. 10% left only. Dueling Coalescences, a dueling Kamehameha wave. Haven't seen that since Gohan versus Cell. Supreme going to take out Nimbler. Winning that Junkrat exchange. And Possession going to go over to Daedalus. Taking out Supreme. And this should be Daedalus's fight to lose at this point. And now it's just a brawl on the point, but it's just, you know, picking off whoever's left at this point. And a very entertaining, very competitive, very high scoring first point of Li Jiang on Control Center. So many retakes, so many, just a really, really, really entertaining brawl on that map. Would definitely recommend getting a VOD of this one and showing it to your friends if you like high-level Overwatch on console GM. Anyways, would be very surprised to see Exhibit continue on the Moira. But he seems to, you know, enjoy playing characters like Ana, like Moira. He has a very, really interesting hero pool. You know, I mean, have you really seen that much Ana? I haven't seen that much Ana in quite a while, to be honest. I think he's going to stick on the Moira, so going to continue running this triple support lineup for Fisher. Whereas Daedalus opting for the more traditional Zenyatta Mercy. Andy was already getting that ultimate charge up pretty quickly for a Lucio. I'm gonna go off on a tangent now. There was a post on the competitive Overwatch subreddit talking about Lucio's all charge and just how long it takes. And I do, that's a huge shatter. I have to interrupt my chain of thought for that. It was absolutely massive by Insight. And that's just gonna be the cleanup and the first point taken. So yeah, there was a point on the subreddit discussing Lucio's all charge, and you know, I mean, what is the value you really get out of that compared to Transcendence? And yes, I mean, as I said earlier, it can protect you against something like a Junkrat Riptire, whereas Transcendence just can't. But the timing just has to be so perfect for that sound barrier. Whereas a Trank, you can be pretty, you know, it's so instant. That's going to be yet another fight win for Daedalus, taking things pretty clean. Exhibit, however, does have that Coalescence. Candy moves with that sound barrier as well. Problem is, you know, you're fighting against Supreme Sparra, who is just, you know, really uncontested in the sky. And then layer on the Diva, I mean, how much can you really do against it? And that's a huge high noon. Gonna find 3, make it 4 if you include the mech. Slayer getting more kills of a high noon than I think I've ever seen in a match like this, dude. Absolutely insane stuff. And the big problem also is the sound barrier. The Coalescence were both utilized for Fisher. Absolutely insane stuff. Diva Bomb is going to come out. Gonna find 2, including the Mercy. That's absolutely huge. And now it's just cleanup time. And Fisher finally gonna get something going, but still 91% built up. We're gonna see Slayer now opt onto going to the Reaper. But yeah, I mean, like, Pharah against, I mean, like, Reaper playing against these multi-tanks, so effective. And plus, you know, the thing of tactics is going to be getting grabbed a lot because of all these heroes having the extra armor just gives Zarya more altered. I don't know, gotta be falling off the map. I don't really know how that happened. And that should just be the end of that fight immediately. You can't be losing your Mercy like that. They're probably gonna get the clean up. But going into this next fight, you are gonna have the Transcendence, you are gonna have the Barrage, you are gonna have the Shatter. Ken Moose's sound barrier is gonna need to be absolutely massive. They are all armored up for pretty significant amount. The big Earth Shatter. The Transcendence is going to be in there also. And the counter grab just a bit too late. And I don't really know what you can do now if you're Fisher. You just have to hurry up under the point and get there. It's really... Diva Bomb's gonna find and not gonna find any one attack that he takes out Excel. The Death Wash, I'm gonna get eaten by that defense matrix. But it's just too little too late. Yeah, Daedalus gonna take this series 2-0.
Sorry, Reinhardt.
Was really hoping for a more competitive and even potentially a third game on Li Jiang. But ultimately Daedalus is too strong. Wow, that bubble on him during that high noon was so clutch.
Traveling to Dorado.
No, I really don't know if we're going to be playing this map, boys. I don't understand. It's already 2-0 for Daedalus.
Yeah, no matter what through these series, we do the third map because it's based off of scores. So like each map you win, you get 1 point.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. We're a small indie company, just like Blizzard. It looks like again we're going to be seeing an exhibit on that Ana. And, you know, I would like to see a more tank-heavy lineup, honestly, if we're going to be running this particular squad. I mean, it's so much trouble by not having those discords with the Zenyatta.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And you're not going to be having that defensive ultimate either, unless you really want to count Valkyrie with defensive ultimate, which not many people do. So yeah, Fisher. Questionable decision making. We'll see how it works out for them. Already, Insight's gonna find Canyon moves that puts all the pressure now on Exhibit to get the healing as Ana. He's just gonna be taken out too. That's both supports. Gino does find the kill onto I don't like people who have like such silly names that you don't really know what it is. I'm just gonna say it's Akkad. They have the Mick part, and it's like, come on, man, really? Is that from an anime or something? What? Anyways, respawns are coming through now for Fisher. Dayless forced to back out a bit. And overall, that defense ended up working out pretty well despite losing both of their supports relatively early on. And Slayer, again, man, he's just going to be taking out Nimbler constantly with his accuracy. But Gino, yet again, finding the kill on the Slayer. It's like a repeat of King's Row. Neither team even wants to give an inch. That barrier is getting mighty weak though. Slayer again taking out Nimbler. I really want to know how long he's going to stay on this for. The drag Raven, sorry, wow, the Ground Dragon Strike was met by the Transcendence, though Exhibit's Bio Grenade did not get in there. And there's a good Graviton coming the way of Dayless, kind of fun to fix. Slayer again takes out Nimbler, and this is just solo queue, but refusing to get off of Pharah at this point. Nimbler is probably sitting in comments, I have my ult, please, I have my ult. Let me ult first, but I'll swap off, okay? And unless he got the late spawn, this is absolutely insanity. What is the definition of insanity, my friends?
Let us move it.
David is getting some free card space here. Getting close. Supreme has that Graviton. Sorry, Supreme has that barrage. Fortify. Gonna be taking out Slayer. And Fortify again, getting the picks, and Blair finally kills him up. Both supports down, and that's gonna be the end of the push.
Barrage ready.
Yeah, we are coming close to that Grav Dragon Strike combo. And really, it's going to be all up to Exhibit landing that Bio Grenade, getting the anti-heals, and negating that Transcendence. However, Insight... At that point, Genji Main did not have the ult available. So no need for the Bio Node. And Blair finally gets the kill onto Slayer. But Slayer has just been so good at picking Nimbler off the sky, it's crazy to think White's still sitting on his picks. Valkyrie's gonna be popped here for Dayless. Counter Valkyrie now. There's the grab. A big Earth Shatter though, gonna prevent some follow-up damage. Supreme gonna find the picks, and Slayer gonna take out Nimbler yet again. And this should be enough to get the cart to start moving. Supreme's gonna get roast. And now it's just going to be time to regroup and get a contest coming in. They are going to be able, they definitely have the time to do a contest. Maybe even before the cart gets around the bend completely. No real ultimates for Fisher though. Genji main does have that Transcendence. They could use it quite offensively here to push in. Slayer again taking out Nimbler. Supreme, that's what DPS going now. And just the things coming through, we're not going to need that Transcendence. That's going to be easy clap boys.
Enemy contact.
Your team was depending on you.
Genji main using that New York Excelsior skin. You know who he's a fan of. I wonder if Exhibit is wearing the Soul Dynasty Ana skin.
The payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
No, he's not. Feels bad, man. Gino gonna take out Supreme, but Supreme gonna take out Exhibits. Sound Barrier does get... Sorry, not Sound Barrier. Wow, Earth Shatter does get blocked. And they are pretty deep now into the third point. Slayer gonna find them. Blair now falls onto them at 3. Earthshatter gets partially blocked. Then the Graviton can be met by the Transcendence. But there's the Bile Grenade coming in, but just a bit too late. Dream is going to be res. He does have that barrage. That's absolutely huge. Dragon's Egg's going to be a bit late.
Justice reigns from above.
But the cart is definitely going to get moving. This Slayer, again, just being such a beast on the Widowmaker. Dominating in every, like, honestly, it's the hard carry. It's the Widowmaker hardest of hard carries.
Switching sides.
And I think, I mean, I can not to, you know, beat a dead horse, but it's the refusal to get off of that Pharah, allowing Slider just to completely pick you out of the sky, completely eliminate. I mean, Pharah can be such an effective DPS, but when you're constantly being picked off, just your impact gets completely negated. And ideally, I would have liked to seen, you know, more of a contesting of that Widowmaker, but just went completely just dominant. No reason for Slayer really to swap off. And Supreme also was relatively uncontested in the air as well.
Attackers
And
incoming in 30 seconds.
if this composition for Fisher remains the same, it's really only going to be Exhibit and Gino, potentially occasionally Moonblaric if he gets a Swift Strike in to really contest him.
Greetings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, but the Pharah Widowmaker is such a double threat because you have to worry about the Pharah in the sky and then the Widowmaker. So the Widowmaker creates all these. It's all about playing the angles, right? And it's this double threat. It's like Suarez and Cavani for Uruguay, for all you football soccer fans out there. Slayer again getting the pick. Now Blair has not been having a good game. He's just been losing these duels against his rival DPS. Supreme gonna take out Exhibit. And Insight's gonna take out Candy. This is just a team who looks defeated at this point. Supreme already very, very close to that barrage. It's like with that hammer. So not quite there yet. Hammer's gonna come out, not gonna find very much. And this is such a good position to hold him. 100%. Don't really have to worry about anybody trying to flank you either. If you're Daedalus, so they're trying to do something about that, trying to prove me wrong. There's a grab coming out with the barrage, gonna find 2. Make that 3. Genjimin does fall, we're just gonna be rezzed right back up.
No one can hide from my sight.
And right now, I'm like half her time is gone at this point. Wall hacks now available for Davis as well. Insight right back to that Earth Shatter. So they're not even defending very far back either, but opting to stay with this game. And the grab Dragon Strike combo not gonna find very much. I don't think that was damage boosted. I keep saying it because that Transcendence just was enough to damage through. Sorry, to heal through.
No one can hide from my sight.
And yet again, more wall hack. Slayer has just been seeing everything. I can tell you right now, I want to see Daedalus take on Edge. I think that would be a very entertaining fight. Both Valkyries gonna get popped. This is,
We're out of time.
you know, it's complete domination for Daedalus. Exhibit's gonna fall again. More picks coming out. And with 15 seconds on the clock, this is, you know, boys, learn from this, go back to the drawing board, figure out some new strats. Playing this third game should be able to benefit you in that regard. The Desperation Blade's gonna come from Nimbler, gonna find 2. Gonna make path 3. Rest of his team is dead though. He's just trying to dance around that payload. Not gonna be able to dance around for long enough.
Victory.
Daedalus takes this one 3-0.
Play of the game.
Fire at will! Justice reigns from above!
And yeah, Barrage, one of those ultimates that Transcendence, because it's if enough rockets hit, then you can do enough to anyways, have a fun casting, boys.